Hey guys, this is my tutorial for my cover of One Your Name by Swedish house Mafia feat. Pharrell. The song's in D minor. It's a pretty easy key because you only have one black key, the B flat. There's two main melodies in the piece. The first one starts off in the bass line. Just these 5 notes. So the rhythm, what makes this piece interesting, is basically 8 dotted quavers and a crotchet, and then 2 regular quavers. So again. Swedish house Mafia, there's a little detune when it reaches the bottom. You can kind of imitate that on the piano with it, if you want. So. Then there's a gradual build-up with the right hand on the D and A. It gets louder and louder. So once more from the beginning. Now the melody gets taken over by the right hand, except this time it doesn't end down on the D, it goes back up to the F. And the second time round up to the G. On the end. I always add a D, make a chord out of it to just give it a little more depth. So now on the left hand you mimic the kick in the piece, so basically just even crotchets on the D, and every 2 bars a low D just to highlight that first beat. So now it's time for Pharrell to come in. It's almost the same as the melody we just played, except without the 2 quavers. And you come in with a before the first beat of the bar, so it should sound like this. The second time round it is okay, so part, pay close attention to the melody. The second time it's a little different. In the left hand you can take the rhythm from this first melody, apply it to the chords. So in electronic music that's played on the piano, you usually only use the tonic and dominant. So when I say G minor, I just mean this. G minor, then B flat major, D minor, and C major. Those are the 4 chords that are used in the piece. So together it sounds like this. You probably noticed that my left hand isn't doing what I just taught you. That's because I don't actually control control it. I play everything by ear, and it just has a mind of its own and plays something. But you guys can try what I just said. Anyway, next part is the second melody. It goes like this. And again, you can turn this into chords, like I do. Of each chord is, like in the B flat major, I just add the B flat and the F. Now on the left hand, it's sort of a seesaw of the bottom two notes and the top note. Instead of like an even distribution of all four chords, you have 3 of these, 5 of those, 3 of those, and 5 of those. So it's now comes the build-up. So follows on from the just these 2 notes, D and A. It's kind of a sforzando at the beginning, and then immediately go quiet. Get louder and louder. And then sometime during this gradual build-up, you can add in a thumb, forefinger, and the little finger. And then comes the clap to replace the 2 quavers that should have been played. So melody 1 again, except with octaves. And then the left hand is just a really simple alternating octave on D. After 4 bars, I switch from the D to the F, sort of just to make it a little more interesting, because this kind of gets boring after a while. That's the problem with covering this kind of music on the piano. In the original version, you have a riser that sort of increases the tension, and you might notice in the original piece this actually goes on for 2.5 times as long as I do in my cover. It's just because it kind of gets boring after a while. But you can play it for as long as you like. Then it's time for Pharrell to come back in. It's a little different this time. He sings some more. So again. This is the chord, in case you didn't get it. And you do your left hand thing again, where you take the rhythm of the first melody.
if you can see it, it's all the way up here.
Basically an octave higher than it was before.
And then in the left hand, it is simple alternating octave again.
Same chords as it always is. And again, because the chords change before the first beat of the next bar, it's 3 of these, 5 of these, 3 of these, and 5 of these. I know you can't see it all now, but it will sound like this. Then we hear Pharrell one last time. Basically the beginning of the second melody with a little at the beginning. So and then play it again. And the left hand, you have this alternating seesaw of the 2 bottom notes and the 1 top note. First it goes up, and it comes down from the B flat. Again. This time I have that rhythm again, but just with octaves, not with the dominant. So it looks like this. And then with the left hand just playing D and A all the way through. And the last clap before you just hammer on the bottom octave here to finish it off. So it will sound like this. Okay, that was off that D. But anyway, practice makes perfect. So yeah, that's it.